In the Small Business Edge, small companies, really small, are now under pressure to offer retirement plans. Jim Uren, a financial planner at Phase 3 Advisory Services, is here with what you need to know. And this really is pressure for small companies.
There's a lot of states, we're up to about a dozen states or so, that are now requiring these small businesses to offer retirement plans to their employees once they reach a certain size. And in some states, like, for example, Illinois or California, as soon as you have 5 employees, you are required now to offer a retirement savings plan to those employees. And so between those two factors, there is a lot of pressure on small businesses who have not yet offered a plan to get the ball rolling and get going.
What are some options to make this doable?
Yeah, so the first option is for those states that have put this requirement on. Most of those states offer a state-run plan. Sometimes this is just a modified Roth IRA, but in any situation, those companies can simply default to the state plan. And so that makes things a little bit easier. One of the advantages of that is often those plans are offered with no cost to the employer, nor any obligation on the employer to make contributions on behalf of the employee. So in certain situations, that may be a good fit. Some of the cons of that, though, would be as the employer, there's still going to be some administrative hassles that you have to jump through in order to participate in that plan. And of course, those plans are one size fits all. So they may not give you that competitive edge that you really need in order to attract those employees, because those plans may not offer the investment options your employees want.
Are there options for small business owners who do not have access to a state plan? What about a 401k, which can be expensive, or a simple IRA?
Yes. So as you mentioned, the 401k, which is what we're most familiar with, of course, because of big companies, but it does have a lot of overhead expenses associated with it. So for a lot of small business owners, those costs can be pretty pricey and can price you out of that market. So another alternative that a lot of small business owners with employees use is something called a simple IRA. And that simple IRA has one of the advantages in that it doesn't have the overhead costs that a typical 401k would, and it's often actually almost no cost to the employer. Now, it does come with the obligation by the employer to make some contributions into the employee's plan every year. Those generally are about 2 or 3%, depending on how the plan is set up. And once those contributions go into that employee's account, those are 100% vested. In other words, those are the employees to keep even if they decide to leave. However, that simple IRA still allows the employer him or herself to make contributions to the plan. Unlike sometimes with a 401k, if you don't have enough employees participating, you yourself are kind of left out to dry, so to speak.
Thank you, Jim. And I know the deadline is coming up October 1st. Thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.